What's up, party people? Trailers, the necessary evil, empty trailers, that is a very necessary evil, obviously. If we don't have a trailer, we're not moving the freight. Uh, so, why do I say it's a necessary evil? What's evil about a trailer? It's not so much the trailer, it's the location of the trailer. Uh, there's often difficulty in finding an empty trailer. The load that I'm on now, I'm going to pick up in the morning, uh, it's got 3 stops and, well, 4 stops. The last stop is actually the same as the first stop, so I'm going to do a big circle. Pick up in 3 locations and then finally deliver back to the first location. So, um, but last night it took me 200 miles to find a trailer. I went from one location where a certain trailer was supposed to be, 45 miles to another location. They sent me back to the first location. So 45 and 45 is 90. Then they sent me 55 miles down to a third location in another state, just across the state line, where I finally found a trailer. Then back up to the original location, which was the 55 miles. So there's 110 plus the 90 is 200 miles. And about 7 hours, because I was having to wait back and forth between Qualcomm messages. Hey, this one isn't here. There's nothing here. And it wasn't just that I needed a trailer. I needed a basically a new trailer for this particular load, because we're contracted to only use new trailers, newer trailers with this particular company that I'm going to be picking up at tomorrow. So finding an empty can often, when you do a lot of drop hook, can often be a huge pain, and it can be difficult to get paid for those miles. Now, it's been my experience with, I'll just say them, Covenant Transport and Star Transportation, that if you work it, they pay you. They're pretty respectable companies in that that area. So, I've had some paychecks messed up when I was with Covenant when I was first starting, but they were always quick to fix it. So they've got a really good payroll department, and I think that the payroll department for Covenant actually handles Star Transportation's payroll as well. I'm not real certain about that, but why is it like that? Why are these trailers not where they're supposed to be? And what that comes down to is other drivers. Typically, they will be told to go pick up a trailer at a certain location, and it's out of the way and they just don't want to do it, so they log that they've done it. That trailer gets left there, and then you get a message saying, hey, these are the trailer numbers that are missing. If anybody sees them, please let us know. And sometimes, some companies will offer a $50 reward for finding one of their missing trailers or something like that. But they will know that the place that they're going has empties, so they'll just grab one of those, and then, so they don't get in trouble, they'll key in the trailer number that they were supposed to have, and they've got some other trailer, so it really messes up. It's just lazy. They're getting paid for going to pick up these trailers at these locations, even though it's out of the way, and then they don't actually go pick them up, and it messes up other people's trips. If I would have had to have picked up last night at the shipper, that would have been a massive problem. Going to a drop yard and another shipper to find an empty, and they gave me 3 different trailer numbers and none of them were around. So that's a big problem that I ran into last night. As far as the company goes, it's not actually that big of an issue with this company, but it's not just this company that happens at. By no means. That happens at every company that's of a decent size, or these massive companies. I've got friends that work at several of my friends work for several different companies, and they all gripe about it. So yeah, it's just one of the things to look forward to if you're just getting into the business. Don't let it bother you. A lot of drivers get irate over it. There's no point in it. If you're with a good company, they're going to pay you the extra miles. I'm going to get paid 200 for 200 miles. That's $75 or $100. Between $75 and $100. So why would I get mad over that? All I was going to do last night anyway was sit, so it didn't really cause a problem. It could have, as far as throwing me off that load if it had to pick up last night, but it didn't. And even if it did, they'd find me another load because it wasn't my fault. So I wouldn't get hit with a service failure, because it wasn't my fault. So I was even joking around with dispatch, and they thought that I was mad about it because I said, well, why don't you just load up $50,000 on my com data card, and I'll go to a dealership that was about 5 miles from where I was sitting and buy a new one. And he come back, it's like, well, I don't know what you expect out of me and what you want me to do. And I had to go back on there and say, hey, I think you took me wrong. I was just making a joke. I'm not mad about this at all. It is what it is. It's part of the business, unfortunately. But it doesn't really have to be if people wouldn't be lazy and just do their job. So anyway, that's what I did yesterday, and that's going to wrap this one up. I would like to say to all those people that got on Facebook and wished me a happy birthday, thank you so much. I was out here on the road, and I've been driving at night recently, so on my birthday I tried to sleep all day long, but I got lots of phone calls and texts and things like that, and I was very grateful for it. So it was my choice to be out here. I was offered home time, which shocked me. A dispatcher actually saying, hey, you ready for some home time special with your birthday? You want to get home this weekend? What's up? I said, no, I'll make some money. If there's money to be made, might as well go ahead and grab it while I can. So thank you all for those well wishes, and I will catch you in the next one. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. Check me out on Facebook. Just go to Facebook, search The Accidental Trucker, and again, catch you in the next one.